Sagittarius, welcome back to the channel. Monica LUVE here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading for August. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be a link in the description box for the extended. Sagittarius, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so Sagittarius, your challenge is the Four of Wands. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Swords upright. Okay. So your biggest challenge here for the month of August is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands typically is talking about a relationship. It could also talk about your home life. We are going to clarify this. We're going to get more information for you in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the Chariot, the Page of Cups, and you have the Two of Wands. So I feel like for you in the recent past, there was definitely a choice or a decision that needed to be made here in the past. Now, this could have been about whether or not you were open to forgiving someone here for something that happened in the past, or this could have been, whether or not you were choosing to move into a new direction with someone new here. Either way, this was about moving forward and making a decision about two choices, two paths, two people, two options here. And we're going to talk more about that for you in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Knight of Swords, you have the Eight of Cups, and you have the Ace of Cups. So in the present moment, I'm really strongly getting that there is new love that is showing up in your life if it hasn't already. This is a new person or it's a new beginning in love. If a new person has not showed up in your life yet, there could be somebody here that shows up after you decide to emotionally disconnect from someone. A lot of you may be choosing to cut someone off, disconnect from someone, because now it's starting to feel like the timing is right. Now it's starting to feel like, you know what? I don't think I should be connected to this situation. It's not emotionally fulfilling me. It's not giving me what I need. So a lot of you are choosing to walk away from something, and it's something that doesn't emotionally fulfill you, and you're moving towards something new here. And we're going to talk more about that for you in a moment. Now, in the near future, you have the Tower, the Ten of Wands, and you have the World. A very difficult situation, a very unexpected breakup, or even if this isn't about a breakup, it could be about something here that's just crumbling in your life, that's just not working anymore. What Spirit is saying in the near future is something here's done, okay? I don't know what that is. It's going to be different for everyone. Of course, apply it to your situation. It could be in regards to your financial situation, your job, your home, your relationship, whatever the case may be. You're letting something go here. Like, you're completely letting something go. You're allowing it to crumble. You're allowing it to go through the process of, ending, really, essentially. And this situation that's ending or closing out for you has been extremely difficult, and a lot of you are done. Okay. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Swords and the Two of Swords. A lot of you are hurt. Okay, you're still hurt by something here that didn't work out, or you're still disappointed because a marriage failed, or a relationship failed, or a project failed, or something here that you thought was going to be really fulfilling to you, that you thought was going to work out, may not end up working out for you. And it's because a lot of you have not completely healed from something that affected you. So whether this is about what's happening currently in your life or what has already happened, it's really important that I think, over the next few weeks, a lot of you are focused on finding ways to heal from something here that affected you, because what's actually happening that you may not realize is that the pain that affected you, that hurt you on a very deep level, it's blocking you from, anything that you're trying to create or manifest in your life. So, finding ways to heal, finding ways to ask yourself, how can I let go of this pain? How can I work through this pain? And there's a number of ways. That could be counseling, therapy. It could be, being in a certain environment that facilitates your healing process. That's what you should be looking into over the next few weeks. And I think that's what you don't see coming. The fact that even though you're frustrated at the fact that something here is blocked and it's not working out for you, it's because you're still hurt. And being hurt and being in pain and not trying to find ways to resolve it, not trying to find ways to, or not even not trying to find ways, but, you know, not being clear on how to go about doing that may be the reason why something here is blocked. Okay. So it's important that you find ways to heal your heart, to heal the pain that you've gone through, so that you can release some sort of blockage within yourself to finally have something work in your favor. And that's why something here in the near future ends, because it's like enough is enough. It's like it's time for me to get back to being me, right? So let's get into your reading and let's see what's going on for you. Let's clarify the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is clarified by the Emperor. You have the Ace of Swords and you have the Page of Wands. So your biggest challenge here, Sagittarius, has a lot to do with the fact that you want to move into a new direction when it comes to your love life. You want to get clear on a relationship that you're involved in, or a potential relationship that you are in. You know, you are hoping, okay, and this is your biggest challenge, you're hoping that this new direction that you decide to go in to, and it could be a new home, it could be a new relationship, it could be fixing a relationship that you're already in. You're hoping that this new direction that you decide to go into is going to lead to the stability that you're looking for. Your biggest challenge here, and I'm going to try to say this as clear as I can, it's really important, Sagittarius, that whatever it is that you're seeking, you are representing that. Okay. What do I mean by that? I mean, for example, if I'm somebody who wants a stable relationship, I want a stable home, or I want a stable job, or I want a stable relationship, I need to show up as if I'm already that. So if you're somebody who's saying, I want a stable home, or I want a stable relationship, or I want a stable family life, or whatever it is that you want to stabilize in your life, you need to be in that energy, presenting yourself. Because if you're expecting a relationship, or you're expecting a situation in your life to be perfect and amazing, the question is, are you also showing up to facilitate that, right? So that is going to be your biggest challenge. The biggest challenge here is that, you know, the Emperor is here. The Emperor is someone who is wise. They know what they want. They're grounded. They're stable. They're somebody who's logical. They're somebody who thinks things through. They don't just do things to do them. So there's a lot of happiness here when it comes to moving into a new direction. But the question is, are you going to be able to show up equivalent to that which you are requesting? And once you show up in the Emperor energy, that means being very grounded, being sure of what you want, showing the universe, showing your partner, showing the person that you're dealing with, or the situation you're getting involved in. You're showing that I'm capable of this. I'm mature enough for this. I'm grounded enough for this. I'm wise enough for this. That's when it's going to happen for you. And that's going to be your biggest challenge, especially with Venus retrograding in Leo, because it's affecting the fire signs the most. But it's also showing the fire signs what they need to do in order to enhance their situation moving forward. Okay. And that's going to be a big part of your challenge. Now let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify the Page of Cups in the recent past. So the Queen of Swords is in reverse. You have the Nine of Pentacles upright, and you have the Two of Wands upright. So in the recent past, I do strongly feel that somebody here withdrew themselves from you. An air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You also have the Nine of Pentacles here and the Two of Wands. So there was a choice here. Somebody here gave an ultimatum. I don't think this was you. I think that this was someone you were dealing with. Someone could have gave you an ultimatum, or you could have gave this person an ultimatum. The ultimatum could have been, you know, you need to apologize for this and then we can move forward, or you need to focus on your finances. Somebody here here could have expected the other person to start becoming, financially independent, financially responsible. But either way, there was an apology here, or you were trying to resolve some sort of situation here in the past because there was some sort of separation, or there was a divide, or there was a need to separate yourself from a situation in order to move on. So there was a choice here in the past, very much connected to somebody here. There was some sort of power struggle here also in the past, which forced you to realize, hey, maybe it's time for me to move into a new direction. The Two of Wands is clarified by, you have the Nine of Swords, you have the Star, and you have the Page of Cups. So I feel like here in the recent past for you with the Page of Cups, there's definitely this really strong energy here of an apology. It's like, I forgive you. I want to apologize for, us separating. And I am getting to, with the Star and the Nine of Swords, that there was a lot of anxiety and fear about whether or not you should move forward into this new direction. But either way, there was a choice here in the past that needed to be made. And a lot of you decided to choose the path that was going to help you heal and become more grounded and allow you to successfully move forward. Okay. Now, in the present moment, it is very clear that you're walking away from something. It's like you're done. You don't want to be involved in this situation anymore because, one, it's not emotionally fulfilling you, and two, you've had enough. Okay, so some of you are cutting somebody off that is not, again, it doesn't have to be a specific person. It could be a specific situation, an environment, a place, person, place, or thing. And you're moving towards something that is going to fill your cup. Okay, you're moving towards something that's going to fulfill you. Tell me more about the Eight of Cups in the present moment for Sagittarius. So the Eight of Cups is clarified by the Hierophant. You have the Two of Pentacles and you have the Temperance. So in the present moment, I'm really strongly getting that a decision or a choice here is being made by you. And again, I feel like this is about something you're committing yourself to. A lot of you committed yourself to something, a marriage, person, place, or thing. And now you are making a very important decision about whether or not you should finally disconnect or let it go. A lot of you may decide to walk away or disconnect from something here. And it may take you time to finally say to yourself, wow, I think it's time for me to leave. Some of you have taken a very long time to disconnect from this situation, but I feel like it's very clear here that something is not fulfilling you anymore. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords in the present moment. So the Knight of Swords is clarified by the Strength. You have the Nine of Wands, and you also have the King of Cups. So it looks like for you in the present moment, some of you are choosing to disconnect from a Leo. It could be another Sagittarius, an air sign, Aquarius, Libra. Gemini is really strong here. I'm also getting a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer. The reason why a lot of you are cutting this person off, or you're disconnecting, or they're doing that to you, is because there's something here that keeps repeating over and over and over again. And this could be connected to love because Venus is retrograde, in Leo right now. And if you're a rising Sagittarius, well, then this is happening in your 9th house, astrologically, okay? 7th house is ruled by Gemini. Gemini is in the 7th house, and then 8th house is Cancer, and then Leo is in the 9th house. So this could be someone at a distance. This could also be somebody who's international. This could be somebody who is foreign, okay? But either way, a lot of you are choosing to disconnect from this person. Is there love here? Absolutely. But is that enough to keep this going? Because there's some sort of game going on here, and it's not emotionally fulfilling anymore. However, you are going to meet someone new if you haven't already, or you're going to embark on something new. Again, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be a physical place. It could also be a physical person that's coming into your life. Tell me more about this new energy with the Ace of Cups for Sagittarius in the present moment. Some of you are going to meet somebody new at work, okay? You could be working and then you meet this new person. What I see here for you, in the present moment is, although this new love comes into your life, there really isn't an equal give and take. There isn't an equal exchange here, okay? There's something here that doesn't really it doesn't really flow for some reason. And the reason why that is because Venus is retrograde. So even though new love is coming into your life or a new beginning is coming in for you, there's something here that's a little bit off, and you may need to put in some sort of work to make it work. So a lot of you may say, and I'm just going to put this out there, Sagittarius, and you don't need to take it personal. Okay. Just take the reading as it resonates. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. When you start a new relationship during Venus retrograde, it's the love situation is not 100% clear because Venus is debilitated and it's in Leo, and Leo is a very big sign. Leo is a very, anything Leo does, it's very big, okay? Because Leo's ruled by the sun. So with this Ace of Cups here in the present moment, a lot of you could be saying to yourself, you know what? I'm just going to move on to someone new. I'm just going to start something new, and, I'm going to forget about the person from the past. But there's still some sort of lesson here that you are overlooking. And I think what you're overlooking here is the fact that in order for a relationship, whether you're in one or not, and again, when I say relationships, I'm not just saying, relationships romantically. I'm saying relationships that are friends, people that you deal with, etc. If your relationships are out of balance in one area and you say, you know what, I'm going to forget about this relationship, I'm going to pretend like it never happened, and I'm going to move on to somebody new, you still have to learn the lesson. The lesson is never going to go away. And that's why I say when someone's coming back, I don't necessarily mean someone from your past, like an ex. I mean the energy connected to what you experienced with the person in the past is something that you're probably going to have to work through this time around. So my message to you in the present moment is, yes, new love is coming in, or you are dealing with a new energy, but it doesn't mean that the problems go away. You still have to confront issues that you maybe had with someone from the past here that you said, I'm just going to disconnect from this person from the past and I'm going to move on to someone new. And this is what we're seeing a lot today. People do not want to deal with the problems. They rather run away and start something new and go somewhere else. And they think that, all their problems are going to be wiped away. And it's not true. You still have to deal with the issues at hand, whether it's with someone from the past or someone new. And that's the message for you in the present moment. Now, in the near future, something ends here. Like it closes out completely. It's done. It's over. A breakup. You're moving away from some place. Something here that's been really difficult for you. You're finally like, I'm done. It's done. Tell me more about the world. Why is it here in the near future? What is it that you need to do? Or no, not what you need to do, but what you need to know. So the world is clarified by the Magician. You have the Knight of Cups and you have the Nine of Cups. So it looks like for you in the near future, what is going to come to an end is this inconsistency in love. So if you've been dealing with someone, some of you are dealing with a water sign, could be a Scorpio, a Pisces, an Aquarius, a Leo, Taurus here. Could also be another Sagittarius. Scorpio is really strong here. Sun, moon, or rising. I'm really strongly getting that something here is going to come to an end. And I think what is going to come to an end is the inconsistency in love, the inconsistency in your manifestation. Some of you are manifesting something and it's something that you want it to fulfill you. It's like, I want this to fulfill me. I want this to, this is my dream come true. I want it to happen. But the reason why it's not happening is because a lot of you are blocked, right? You're blocked because of some sort of pain that affected you in the past that you haven't completely let go. But that's coming to an end because in the near future, you're realizing what's blocking your manifestation, the world and the Magician. I now know what's blocking my ability to create and manifest what I want. It's the fact that something here that's been very inconsistent, that is not a part of my wish fulfillment, it needs to come to an end. And that's what a lot of you are realizing. And the Tower happens for you in the near future, which is something that's out of your control. Something here is blocking you and not allowing you to move forward because it's done anyways. It's been so difficult in this situation, Sagittarius, that a lot of you are saying, you know what? It's not even that you're saying, you know what? It's almost like something happens outside of your control and you're like, oh, well, that's the way it needs to be. It's almost like when you pee your pants and you don't have control, right? I mean, I know that's a really weird analogy, but it's the best analogy that I can say right now for you. Yeah, Devil here with the Tower, the Empress in reverse, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, and it's a very similar to Leo reading. Some of you are dealing with a Leo, or you have a Leo very strong in your chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Wheel of Fortune's here with the Empress in reverse. Something's happening out of your control. Empress in reverse. You don't have the control to create. Venus in retrograde. Venus in retrograde is the Empress in reverse. Look. The message for you in the near future, Sagittarius, is stop trying to force things that are not for you. Stop. If it's not for you, you're going to know. Okay? You're going to know if a relationship is toxic because it just crumbles and falls apart. You know, it's like when you're baking bread and the dough doesn't hold. It's because it's not meant to, right? And something here in the near future becomes so difficult for you that you say to yourself, I don't have control over this. It's not for me. It's not meant for me. And in August, you're going to see that, especially closer to the end of the month, because a relationship that's been extremely toxic, it starts to fall apart. And it's a good thing, right? Because something here has really been blocking you. It's really been affecting you. And I'm not saying that this is a negative thing. It's not a negative thing. It's a positive thing because a lot of you are letting go of control. And I said this to Leo as well too. And Leo and Sagittarius tend to have very similar readings. Not sure why, but there's very similar energies between Sagittarius and Leo. Of course, because they are both fire signs. So for you in the near future, the reason why a relationship doesn't move forward is because one, the timing is not right, or it could be the fact that you're not in control and something here needs to be resolved within you first. And it's very much connected to some sort of pain that is blocking you from actually being able to receive this love 100%. Okay. So something here happens. It's a positive thing that happens, but it's not based on your efforts. It's based on the universe's efforts. So let's get some advice for you. So you have the King of Cups, you have the Hermit, and you have the Ace of Pentacles. So your biggest piece of advice here is to go within during the month of August. The month of August is not a month to get married. It's not a month to profess your love to someone. It's not the month to go all out and invest into something because Venus is retrograde. So your biggest piece of advice here is before you decide to embark on a major investment, because there's an investment here, whether it's an investment into love or into business, think about it. Think about if this is something that you really want. Is it something that you can commit yourself 100% to regardless of what happens or what goes down? A lot of you may say to yourself, well, there's things that I'm willing to do and there's things I'm willing not to do. And this is why it's important that you don't rush to do something now, especially until the end of the month, because then Mercury is going to be retrograding, which is ruled by your 7th house. So rushing into relationships, rushing into new businesses now is not advised, at least not until September 15th. And of course, the Hermit is ruled by Virgo, which, Mercury is going to be retrograding in Virgo closer to the end of August. So your biggest piece of advice here is anything that you're embarking on, especially any investments, really consult yourself and make sure you're consulting yourself from an emotional perspective, because a lot of you may decide to invest or get involved into something and you do it from an emotional standpoint instead of doing it from a contemplative standpoint. And that's your biggest piece of advice moving forward. So thank you so much for tuning into this reading. I hope it helped, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.